signals, the COMPENSATED signals. Let's go over them. Reason is because I got a question when to take them and if I can be late in a trade. Alright, so we'll address all the stuff. First, let's go and just see what we can see here in the picture on this chart. What market is telling us. Market was coming down. We have these steps. It's coming down. Now lately, say in last hour, it's a sideways. We can see that by these blue ones. There was no bar down. There was no bar up. However, it was a little nice uptrend. Okay, so that's all we know for now. Now that there's other things that can affect the markets, and I think the biggest one out there is the president's tweet. I know when Fed talks, we get that news, we know when they're gonna talk, what time, what day, but we never know when president's gonna tweet. So that can have a huge impact on the market. So putting that aside, we can only address what we see on this screen, what kind of data we have in front of us. So first, we know this is 2-minute chart. The settings are same like on YouTube channel, YouTube room. Let's go take a look over here. Upper line, WMA, vertical shift 49. Period 39. Everything else is there. Bar 1. 39 minus 49 WMA also. Let's go bar in blue. It's outside size 140, inside size 0, minus 21. It's a price action channel. Upper one. Price action channel also 140, inside 0, vertical shift 25. White one, we know it's a halt. Very important line there. It's a halt EMA. Parameters here, trend period 21, period 36, vertical shift -4. Then we have a yellow one, orange. It's gonna be EMA, vertical shift 0, 8. It's under pullback zone because we have a few indicators, in 5 of them in there we can change. I like a halt over here and EMA, so I can get both from same indicator. But if I want 2 different indicators, I got to add twice the TQ007 price action channel. If I want 3, I got to add them 3 times. So that was orange. A red one, it's a price action channel, outside size 49, inside size 0, vertical shift to 1.9. For now, I found this is pretty good setting for that line and shows me where the market is just right. That's for now. Doesn't mean it won't change down the road, but for now that's right there. Used to be 1, but then I found 1.9. It's even smoother and give us these breaks down or breaks up at the same time, unless it is much smaller setting, then it gives more of those, but that one are much smoother signals. And then we have a middle line, which is price action channel, middle line, outside size 140, inside size 0, vertical shift 4. So gives me that mid price, and so far works great. Okay, so we got all of these indicators over here, but before we continue, please stop, pause the video, read this disclosure disclaimer. Very dangerous to trade any financial markets. You can lose some or all of your money. In fairness, you can make some money too, so you never know what can happen. Practice before you do anything. Also, this is not for any advice. I'm not advisor, financial advisor. I don't have a license for that. Also, this is not education. I'm not an education institution, not for kids. This is just my opinion, just my game. That's all it is. You got to make your own opinion. So please, there's also under the video, there is a risk disclosure disclaimer. Read it or stop this and pause and read it so we can go on. All right, so now we see where the market is. We have a bar down here. That's for 2 minutes. It's a setting for this bar, so we can always see how much is left in the life of the bar. Okay, so now that I get to be general of the bottle, we'll just go and find signals, and then we'll look on them how I like to see them, and then we'll just go from there. Okay, so we know now already market is coming down. So scenario over here can be just like here, where this was sideways and then down, but this could be the bar and start going up. You know, we don't know until market does it. Nobody knows. So that's why we'll just look what market can tell us at this moment, what we have in front of us, what kind of picture. Okay, so let's start from the last bar. Right now, red one is above 8. 8 is above middle line, and middle line is above hold. So everything from this point and then from this point was long. And right now markets are saying I'm long. So any pullback right here, it's a good buy. If I'm using stop, I could close my trade. If it goes against me, I would only close if this red one goes under 8. If I'm playing the price 8 and a red one. If I'm playing price middle line and red, then I would wait for the red one to close under middle line. If I'm playing a price red one and a hold, then I would close only if it goes red goes under the hold, meaning the price is gonna pull down this red bar. So my red line is very much market for me. To me, price is just like a pressure in this it's an NQ, so it's just moving up and down. This red line is pretty much telling me where it should be. So if it moves a lot from a red line, it needs to pull back to that red, or it needs to bring the red down with itself. So in this case, the best buy would be here on the middle line. Even better, the best would be on the hold. So since price didn't even touch a middle line over here, and then just return, just here's returning right now, it's still good buy. Maybe even right here when this trade closed, which I would take a trade and just to go to red one. So if that happens, so let's say it's a 13, I got filled at 13, red one is 17.5, that's a 4.5 points. Didn't make it yet, market's closed, but that would be 4.5 points. Just say 4 points. So we will have 4 points there. Okay, so it will be really good to buy in middle, but if say this red one closed over here, I know they like to pull, I would just buy it like 2 to 5 seconds before this red closes. Maybe 1 second, and then I would buy it, would be here, would go against me, and then hopefully first target would be 8, but better target would be this red line. So market stop here, we'll see what's gonna happen. I do not like buying the top of the bar. I don't want to buy there because it costs me much more money if it goes against me. When I'm buying here, where this my mouse is, costs me much less money if market goes against me than buying it here and hoping it's going there. I would rather buy here and then let it maybe even go further up, or at least get me this target here. So would I buy here? It's too close, it's too much risk. I want some pullback, a little bit bigger pullback. So say there's a middle, this bar was coming down and it's only 1 minute in its life, was touching middle line. I would buy it here, knowing that it can go even further down. But this looks like a good spot. If it touched over here, still a minute to go, and never pull this red down with itself, I was still buying here. So it depends if it's pulling, and during the lifetime, because this is on a price change, this can move. You know, we can see, or I can see when this red line moves up or down. So there's a 2 minutes in this bar. It's enough time to see everything what's happening on the chart. No need to panic. There's enough time to decide what we're gonna do, or what I'm gonna do. Like this bar closed down under 8, almost was touching here the middle line. This is what I'm talking about. I would buy here, it's under, knowing just to go to green, just to go to red line. So if I got filled somewhere here, just say 14 and go to here 17, I got another 3 points. So there's a 7 points right here. So always I look for 2 to 5 seconds before bar closes. If it's good position, that's what I like. I would just go and buy it, not knowing market may continue down and take it, but there's a risk. I'm in control of everything here, see what's going on and make a decision when I'm gonna pull trigger or not. But once I get in the trade, I have no more control over market. Market goes up or down. There's no sideways. Once I'm in a trade, there's no sideways. Either it's going up from my price, or it is going against my price, down. So there's no, so all control I have to decide when I'm gonna come out. If I see the market is nicely running up and up, you may leave or just come out with the first target. Second target would be this top of the green. Third target would be a couple of 3 ticks under this blue one, or with blue, and so on. Okay, let's take a look like this, and this signal here, which was great signal. So we'll just go slowly. There was no good signal. They just crossed here above yellow. We'll come to here above this 8. Red one crossed above 8. They came all the way here. Let's see if see what so we didn't take anything. I didn't like it because 8 is under middle one, but I know they're squeezing. A lot of time I was saying they're squeezing the price. And then here's the halt is all the way down. This bar is still moving. I don't like this trade because, yeah, they can explode up there, but let them go without me. Would I be late in a trade? No, I'm never late in a trade as long as my trade is working out. So if it's a tick, it's great. It's a trade that works for me. If it's 100 ticks, that's even better. But if it goes against me, then maybe I was too early in the trade, but never too late. Never ever. As long as it's in my making money, it's in my interest to, you know, go my way. Depends on which way I get in, long or short. I'm just fine. So I can always look for another signal. All right, now that we are here, let's go. We didn't like this signal. Okay, we are seeing squeezing. I don't want those signals because they can turn around. They can quickly turn and go with a big bar down. Okay, nothing yet. Let them go wherever they want. Now I'm seeing 8 is even with middle line. There's a lot of support. I would like to buy here. Now that I'm seeing that, I would like to buy right there. That would be about 88.08. Did we get a chance? Yeah, we got it. 88.0875. So when this bar moved, this moved, I would be buying at 8, no matter if it wasn't 8.08, it's 88.75, whatever. But I would be buying where that would like to have. Where would be my target? Top of the green first. Second would be here. If I only want to go to the red one from here, that would be say 09 and 13. That's 5 points. That's good. But let's say I want to go to here. Let's see what next bar. It's a green. It's in my interest. But here it's hitting red one. If I wanted to just go that much, I would be out. 5 points. I'm wonderful. But for whatever reason, I want to be here. Great bar. I'm seeing red one. However, what are our signals? If we get a green bar away from nice big bar, green, didn't touch middle line, it's away from, and then we're getting this red one, most likely they want to come back. So I would exit here. So I'm getting 809, 8 and 18, it's a 9 point, which is great. I would just come out. I wouldn't wait anymore here. So, you know, they can go there. Maybe this could be green, red, green, and go over there. They may come back down, and then I'll just get tick or two. So I'm more than happy with this profit. Let's see what I did. Green smaller even than red. They're coming back to 8, and they're coming back to the middle. Okay, so instead, if we sold it here, if we sold it right there, we had another chance to enter for a new trade. This would be, at this point, would be good buy, even middle better, even above. That's right. Even just on the close of this red bar, that's still good. We are under 8. We know red line is above 8. We are above middle line, and we are above hold. So we know everything should be going long. So say I got filled at 14. First target would be here, or unless I see something in the price that I don't like, then I'll get out with profit just like here. Or if red goes under the yellow, come out if I'm using stop. What happened? Green there, didn't even touch middle yet, but we are like couple 3 ticks in profit. There's a nice, again, nice bar. Okay, there's a red one, I'm out again. So if I'm at 14 in and I'm out here, I got 3 points. Great. Will they continue up or down? I don't know. Right here would be nice buy somewhere here about 11. Would be nice buy again. All I know, red is above 8, 8 is above middle, middle is above white. Can they come to 11 without bringing a red one down? There's 11.75. Say I bought it here in the close of the bar, and I just want to go to 17. So here's 12, say 13. So I will get 4 points. Okay, I didn't hit red yet. Oh, that's the end. So we would see, but that would be another buy. So all we're looking red above 8, which is orange. Orange is above green, or middle line. Middle line is above hold. Hold is like can give us a trend line or see direction. As long as we are above, everything's good. So there was a good support here. There was a nice pullback with ever bringing that red down. and going up. So red needs to be above 8 for longs. Nice pullback, and then go for a few points or even more. So let's go look for more. Okay, there's where red got above yellow. Let's take a look on that one. So whenever I'm looking for signals, just to remember them good, I don't want to look from here, from this point. I rather find a signal and then look how it's gonna, in a real trading, how it's gonna look. Red bar, it's above hold. 8 is above hold. Hold is still pointing down. We are under the middle line, which means usually short, but they had a nice long down, so maybe they're gonna go long, and maybe we wanna enter just for a few ticks. Now we are even with 8. We don't wanna get in, there's no trade. Now once this one formed, look at what happened. The bar, nice size red bar, almost hit hold, but never brought this red one under yellow. That means market are set for long still. Say I got in there at 14. So we'll just go, I got there at 14 and I'll just go to red line. I would buy this one. If it goes against me during the lifetime of the next bar and red goes down, may wait a little bit longer or just wait for the bounce or get out. That depends on me, on when I'm trading, what kind of movement I see in the bar. But say I got over here on 14 and going just to the red line, boom. There was one tick under. Once this bar closed, didn't even touch it. So if I got at 14, I exited here, 94, saying 14.94, I exit 98.75, where this one closed, more than happy. Never touched it, I don't know, they may pull back again. I'll be more than happy. So that's another, so 90, say 94, like we said, 98, say 99, just for easier, that's another 5 points. More than happy. Wouldn't wait anymore. Next bar went even further, great, let them go without me. We are under, the 8 is under middle line. The risk here, it's not until they go above and prove their direction, then we can just take a few trades and go on. So, just depends on the market where it is and how it sets up itself. So all of these under the middle line, and we are taking long, it's only for a few points. Okay, so what happened? They hit middle line. That would be my better target, but we did this one, and great. We end up, now we are still, that we went over this and then formed this way. Now we said we want to buy at 8 because the 8 and middle line is so close. And that's what happened. And we won this one. Okay, let's take a look over here. Sometimes this happens. They're all gonna get above 8's gonna get above hold, but hold is pointing down and we all just coming down slowly. Okay, so let's take a look over here. There was no trade here. We got above hold. That was a good signal, which worked out again, back to the red line. This one even pulled down a little bit red, but didn't pull it anymore. So this is like iffy signal, but still good. We just got above hold. There's 8 stopped with the hold. Everything's there. Red one is still up there. We could have either to hold target or to 8 or to red line. Okay, so let's see over here. We are above hold, but we can see how they're pointing. We see how they're pointing. So say we like this signal, we think it's gonna bounce there. So we would get in, say this one closed 88.30, just go like that, 88.30, we bought it, thinking it's gonna go, but we are still under middle line. I don't like it. We got here lower high, so maybe just want a couple of 3 points, or maybe to 8. So 88.30, and wherever we touch, maybe 3-4 points. It would be, it's for long. Market went even more down. Look at what happened. Red went under 8, which is yellow. I mean orange. I already know this is, if I'm using stop, I'm out. Just click the market, I'm out. Or just because I bought with a hold, maybe I want to see now red line under the hold. So it's just my decision. No matter what, I got to make a decision. Either I'm out with a couple of ticks against me, because we bought a Tori, and this bar closed down 26.5. So that's a 3.5 points. I need to choose, so whatever I'm gonna do, to me it doesn't matter, just, but there's options. I'm out, or I'm waiting for it to come under hold. Next one is confirmation. So I can now definitely come out if I didn't come out here, or I can start looking for a new signal to average my price. What market did? If I didn't do anything, returned over here. There's a lot of resistance rate, hold. However, 8 is above hold. They may come up here. They just touched that rate, that's all they did. Okay, let's see. Seeing over here, rate is with 8, pretty much the same spot as a green bar. The red bar now got above yellow. Yellow is already above hold. This is like they should be going long, but I got to wait for them to come back, do some pullback and then go. And then here's a green. There's a big red, and even pull under the hold. They pulled that red line and under the 8. This is short. However, I don't want to short it over here. I want to short it somewhere here, where all these lines, I know there's a lot of resistance, and then go for a few points or a bigger target. Okay, there's a green. Everything's saying short, except 8 is above hold. That's not only good thing for a short. It's not good sync. Here's, if I would short it now. Again, if the market goes, red one goes above hold, above 8, that needs to be out. Just this bar, resistance and 8, but the red got above hold. So knowing hold, I know it's still pointing down, but we know it's likes to hold those trades. So let's see what happened. 8 still a resistance, but we are above hold. Look at this situation. Bar is all the way down. Red is above hold, and it's at least even with 8. So there's a 2 minutes for this. Decide. It's saying right now we should be long. Do I want to buy again or not? Look at this situation. Bar is closed nowhere, not green or red. Where it opened or closed. 8 is above hold, red is above 8. This is still long, just a short term, at least to the red line, or 8. So that would be few points, 11.75, say 12 to 17, 5 points. Or if it pulls down again, red one, we will get out or manage your trade. All right, what happened? Brought down everything. So if there's a stop during this bar, when it brought down this line, maybe come out or start looking for some different trade to manage it. Okay, so we know everything's down. Again, above halt. There's a resistance, but we are above halt with red one. I always look on that red one, that's my market. So no trades over here. Look at now, it's even with 8, no trades. It's above 8, no trades. Above 8, no trades. No trades. Nothing is there appealing for me to trade. And they can go, as far as I'm concerned, to the moon without me, it's fine. I'll catch up with them later. Okay, we all need to see what happened. Huge downturn. That's why when everything's like here, just don't like everything's mixed. All we need 1, 2, 3 trades and that's it. Good trades and it's good for a day. Mix. Rate above hold, under 8. 8 is above hold. I know we're all under middle line. That's a mix. There's no trading. I don't care whatever happened. Look at this. Suddenly they were red, we got the green. However, there's that red bar by itself closed under this green zone, far away from middle line. Usually this is going to mean there's some pullback. So it depends on what signal you're going with. If you're going on this signal, the price went against me, or if I'm going on this signal, price went against me a little bit, but turn around and hit 8. So if I'm using this signal, I would like to go to 8 if I can. If not, then I just need to be 1 tick in profit. That's great too. Never late in my trading, even wherever I come in here. Never late, as long as it goes my way. That's a profit way. Okay. There are no, we went over this one earlier. If I want to trade when this bar closes, remember 2 minutes, we see where it's closing. I could take this risky trade, a little bit on the riskier side, which we already did take, and just go for a few points. I believe that one went our way. Yeah, there's a to red. This bar closed. I'm a few points in. 94. Says just to 98. 4 points. It's good. But we went over those, so that would be good there too. Let's go over more signals. See where they are. So there was a long in a downtrend. There was a short long since this red line went over 8. So that was long. So in this downtrend, maybe avoiding this trades over here would be good. Wanna wait for them to set up for down, and then start having resistance in this area. So if we sold on this green, as long as this red bar closed like that, would be out because it didn't push more. I don't know if there's gonna be bar closed like this, but all I knew at this point, sold it here, closed it here, I'm out for a few points and that's it. From this point, red line was above 8. That was long into short territory. There was a short, so the best trades would be if the price comes to the halt, but never brings a red line over orange, which is 8. That would be the best trade. But in this case, before it even came there, it brought red line. So there was no trading. Okay, this was nice long trend, and that downtrend, but then they went up over here above everything. So there was a good buy, whereas always when they just cross, if they have that pullback, like on that bar, let's go so we can see it exactly, like at this bar, 8 or a halt, they're so close or anywhere between. That would be good bar for some run to here, or again, whatever market tells us. However, look how many bars are above middle line, and they never push this green up. So something's saying that, hey, there's no power to go long. Oops. That was here. So they went in our favor from this point. But still, once this one even closed green one, maybe it would be even good to come out if we bought an 8. Because they were so close with halt. But this area are the best when they just cross above or below. That's a lot of support or resistance. And we are, in this case, above halt. Here's they cross down, but we are never under halt. We'll stay above halt, which this is perfect area here to buy for a long. So let's see what market did. Okay, it went down against us, even better buy. Now that doesn't look good. Look at 8 is coming under the halt, but red is still staying up there. So if we bought on this halt, 48.5, that went against us. So again, if I was using stop, I'll be out once red one went under, or maybe I start thinking when this second bar brought this 8 down. Red still was above there, or definitely here, which is 48. And this story, if we waited to here, that's 18 points. If we waited to here, it's a 36, it's a 12 points. So that depends. I got to watch what I wanna risk on every trade. That's up to the trader and style of trading and how big is the count and so on. So when I see like this, market comes down with red line, meaning red goes under yellow, then right away goes up yellow. It's the best way to stay, let them go through. Here's down, up, down, up. So when I start seeing this, let them just go and develop. That means market is up and down, just sideways. Not sideways, choppy. They're just choppy. You don't know what to do. Let them form their opinion. Let them get in a sync, like right here. Then try with this trade, because this was up and down. So this trade would be based on this past over here too, knowing that we are up and down, up and down. We're under halt, now we got under halt, over halt. We know that there's a good area here for long, and there's a good trade. So it's like here, we're above halt, market's coming down, don't want to go short, as I know the halt can hold very good. Still over here, it's holding 8 above, and we turned it long. Okay, here's a nice long all the way from here. That was a great buy. A lot of times, if we can wait, if we are patient, they're going to give us like this. Red is above, just above 8. Nice red bar. Buy it like 2 to 5 seconds before it closes. And there's a nice return. Target to 8 or red line or middle line, and so on. So the point is just, is the market above 8, this red line, or it's under 8? Is it above halt? Is it below halt? And in this case over here, are we in candy store signal, which here's a candy store. We went, blue line went under the bottom yellow zone. So over here we will start looking for longs. There's second bar then close. We know that they like to return, and then from there we will see they pushed even further. Never developed Flying Robin, it was just a candy store. And then from here they went sideways a little bit up, and whatever happened. Okay, there was a still candy store over here. Nice big red bar, we know they like return, and there is. Plus they made over here for the short uptrend, red went above mid line. So if I would go along here, because 8 is all the way here, if I want to go along here, I'll base my trade, because I'm buying a red above middle line. If it goes under middle line like here, then I would come out. And if I said solve this, I'm basing on this line, the target is only going to be 8, because I know they come to that 8. We'll see how far is the 8. So let's take a look this way. Right there. So say I got, I see my middle line is right here. Red is above. I know 8 is far away. It was a big downtrend. I know they need to pull back somewhere. So 2 to 5 seconds. Say we got a 13 field. I know my target is yellow, wherever it's gonna be. At this point it's 31. I know we are in candy store signal. So I'm basing based red and middle line. They didn't reach yet. I can come out right now, or I can wait for another one to meet with the 8. I know they're gonna meet it. And they did it here. And so on. So everything is, if the red, which represents market, and the price is just like a pressure. So if 8 is above middle line, it's above 8, it's above hold. You know, depends what I'm playing. So if I'm going with red above 8, if I'm going long, I'll just stay. If I'm looking for a trend, until red comes under 8, like here on this bar. So say I got this got in, I bought it here. Just say 33 or 34, and once came under 8 here, it's 55, 21 points. Though we had much more, but we know this signal, when this is candy store, they turn down. If I'm looking for downtrend with 8, I want them to pull back to the 8 and then keep down rate. Once they come above, you're out, or you know, hit your target. However I choose it, but I'll know before I get into the trade. So over here on this bar, we got above 8. The red, it's even with the middle line, but we got above hold. Now, do I want to wait for them with my trade? Do I want to hit the target maybe up here, or do I think it's going to be a trend? Do I wait for them to go under 8, or are they going to go under with the red one under hold? That will be up to me. So if I'm waiting with the hold, if I'm playing with the hold, they were even with the hold here, they continue, and they were under on this bar. If I was waiting for and holding the trade with 8, would be on this one. It was here. If I was with middle, I would get in here, they got out here, or somewhere in here, wherever the target I would make. That's it. It's very simple. I know it's always that fear and making decision, and we want to go our way, but when we see just like here, all we know, the rate went above 8, that should be for long. It's above hold. It's with even with the middle line. Price is hitting hold. It's hitting 8. Should be bouncing to middle line. So I want a few points Or maybe I want to go to here. Maybe I'm seeing something here that I want to go to here, or just for a bounce to here. I can take a trade and I'll hold on everything, either hit my target, or if the bars come under and bring rate under, hold N8 in this case, and then I'll come out. We hit our target right here. I don't know how much is gonna go there. This case we went big time, but we hit our target. So that's it. That's all it is. Very simple. It's a nice trend. Here's a downtrend. There was a sales over here, sell over here, sell on the hold because everything is so close. Not to hurry. It's even above a hold a little bit. Sell over here, went few points. Look how very close, how it closed. That means out with a few points. Or if you want to wait and you get this signal, this is out. If I'm using comparing my trade, red one with hold and with 8, which in this case got out above both. If I was comparing to middle line, it was still in trade. I would be still never went under above middle line until this bar. So if I sold it here, I still had a chance to get few ticks if I was going with a middle line. But if I was going comparing the rate with yellow, or I mean orange, that's 8, or hold, I would have to be out here, or wait for some signal to manage my average my price. Okay, here's a typical went long. This was absolutely great signal. Pulled back all the way to hold. There's one bar, there's 2 bars, but never brought rate under the 8, and just continued. It would be nice target over here. I don't know how much is there. And here's different situation. They were up, they pushed down. Look at here. This bar hit the hold and brought rate down. I would be saying, if I'm using stops, get out. I don't know this would be happening, but you see the situation. They hit hold over here with a few bars, never brought rate down. And then they hit over here hold with a few bars, but brought rate down under 8. So when that happened, waiting for hold, looking back a little bit, maybe they're gonna hit hold. I want the bar to close, and this is what happened. Bar closed, but the rate is under, and we don't know that this is gonna happen. If I sold it here for the short, next bar would be out if I'm using stops, or waiting. If I was counting on this, waiting for the middle line, I can give them more, maybe because of my account, I can give more play room. I can maybe even put a stop over here, or who knows how the traders, I would trade. I could let them get with rate above. So maybe stop here. That means they got to push this line. If I would do that, so they were playing, there was a couple of ticks in, or wherever we would be in. Couple ticks in, but went, I believe, eventually against us. And it was still in our trade. There's just because I didn't go above. I didn't play the trade. I was keeping rate under the middle line, and I was in this one profit. Only here would be out, right here in this bar. So let's see if there's any more situation interesting. Here is went all the way from this bar never pulled to the hold. We know there's a lot of support here. Red was above 8. They were going up and down, and then just split it up. So that's it. That's all it is. I get sometimes right, sometimes wrong, and then I got to manage the trade. But a lot of times we can get the right. So especially if we go just with a few, you want a few points. In this case would be 8. Sell at the red line, buy at 8, say at red line, sell, buy at 8, say at red line, sell at red line, buy at here. If you know it's gonna go down, just buy at 8 over here, sell at red line, and here we're squeezing, we know something's gonna happen. Okay, here's another nice long, stayed above 8. When we see like this, it's about hold. We know we don't want to trade short, so we may just go, hey, I'm gonna go and try to buy here on this red bar. I'm coming out only if the red comes under the hold, and I'm gonna let it play somewhere here to this line, which in this happened worked, stayed above hold, stayed pretty much all the way somewhere to here, was even. It was now under, but that was very nice trend. All right, well, thank you again, appreciate it. Thank you for spending time with me. Like, dislike the video, share, comment under, and look out there for the best trades, and look for the best. Talk to you in another video.